The track that they're going to be racing on today, Susie, is Road Atlanta Short. We talked about a lot.
Get
Atlanta, Georgia. It exists. It is for real.
way.
Again, the simplest of the Forza tracks,
Right.
and that can really change the match altogether. It
Don't
could
blink.
It could be early on. We
Yep.
see some sort of I guess fight for first, but. In the LASF match we saw,
We blinked,
It was we blinked and it was over.
From first to second to third and fourth.
They're ready to go, Susie,
All right,
and I
I'm
know
ready
that
to go
both
too.
teams are excited about this. This could be victory for either one of these teams. They're close enough. It's all going to come down to Forza 2. Let's kick it off.
So pretty much all they need is a first and third position.
Oh, wow. We've got huge collisions right off the bat. And, gosh, I'm not even sure who came out on
that
top
3D?
there. I think that was, yeah, I do. I think that's 3D right there. Yes, it is. It's ComeBackDan in front right away. And what looked like it happened is it looked like out of the side, one of the players from Venom were like pushed off to the side. And here we go. From a third place view, DarkStorm and ComeBackDan have this Dallas Racer pin. DarkStorm may make an attack here on his opponent. They're both going to go into the wall. And Dallas Venom turns around. Oh, but look at that. Another Dallas member runs past him. And so now we've still got first place New York, second place Dallas, third place New York. And there's ComeBackDan in first. I think he's got a pretty convincing lead right now. However, that Dallas racer, not sure if it was Muffinman or CHA0S, we'll find out in just a second. He booked past that little collision right there. And ComeBackDan now ready to finish his first lap. As long as he can hold on to this one, avoid potential collisions, he could bring it for 3D New York.
Definitely.
That will be a win in Forza, but that may not necessarily be a win in the match. So
that would be +4. Well, not +4, but it would be 4 more points for their team for 3D if they did get
exactly.
first and third.
Exactly. So here's CHA0S in second place. This would score him 2 points.
And they're down by 3 right now. If
they're down by 3.
So, things could get interesting.
Things could get very interesting. You can see ComeBackDan way up front over CHA0S there. And if it went 4-3-1, 5 points, or 4-2-1, gosh, I don't know. We're going to have to just find out how this breaks down here. We got ComeBackDan now getting ready to make that last turn before he starts his third and final lap, but he looks like he is just having no problem. A nice leisurely Sunday drive here. He's going to hop over the grass and come around this corner. Be ready for the third and final lap here. But those early collisions and now sort of setting the rest of the pace for the matchup. It's ComeBackDan having no problem sailing. Here's DarkStorm in third. Let's see if he's going to be able to inch up on CHA0S, who was in second place before. If New York was to get a first and third finish, they would have 5 points. 2 points would be added to Venom. I think that Venom would still be able to pull it out. So I think it's going to be crucial that DarkStorm try to overtake his opponent here, CHA0S. As far as Muffinman's concerned, nope, that's it.
Yep.
It's all over. So that's going to be ComeBackDan and then CHA0S and DarkStorm, and then that must have been Muffinman in last place, but that is going to make it a 5-2?
It's possible. Look, can we get some math magicians in here?
Yeah.
Math magicians appear.
Let's see. 4, 2, 1. Yeah. So 5-2. 5-2. Are we tied? Awesome. We're tied. Okay. I'm glad I can do math so quickly.
One lap.
We're tied. One lap.
Our lovely assistant is telling us that we have 1 lap.
All right, guys. 1 lap, and
we have a tie.
We're tied.
Another overtime situation.
Can we see the big scoreboard, possibly, while we set this up? Can I actually maybe see that? Susie, I mean, ComeBackDan and DarkStorm, I think that they had a strat starting off, and so did CHA0S and Muffinman. We saw an early collision.
I'm wondering whose strat works.
I don't know. I mean, it looked like ComeBackDan was sort of like, well, those guys are getting into it. Let's go around.
I'm just going to scoot on over here.
Once he did that, he was in front. Let's look at the big scoreboard now as we are, we've got an official tie, our first tie of the 2008 North American regular season. It was 5. The results of that last matchup were 5-2 in favor of New York. And it sort of makes you look back on the matches and go, where could we have pulled out?
Exactly.
There it is, as you can see there, 23-23. Now, how ties work here in the Championship Gaming Series is the last game that's played, that is determined. That is sort of the game that determines the tiebreak. So it sounds like we're going to have one lap, and I guess if you take first place, you've won.
So no arm wrestling contest tonight then?
No arm wrestling
Decided?
contest.
Oh, man.
Sorry. So it's basically whoever crosses the finish line
wins
it for their team.
Muffinman, let's do it. Number
So-
1 draft pick, man. Let's go.
Number 1 draft pick could do it, but real quick breakdown of some of the other games. You know, you got to look at it and go, man, if Chappelle would have picked up that one more round, things could have been totally different. And you never want to go back and dwell on that, but
Because it can go anywhere with any
something
different
to
game.
think about that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. 23-23. What a way to end the night here, Swoozy. We don't have a winner yet, but pretty soon we're going to crown one. 3D New York
I want to
and
see some
Dallas Venom.
explosions. I want to see some cars flipping through the air like cheerleaders. That's what I want to see on this round.
All right. Well, one lap. I don't
It might
know.
happen.
So, all right. Let's go right to it. We're tied 23-23,
All
and
right.
all ends here.
Let's see. 2, 1, go.
Off the quick start, one lap is all it's going to be. I don't know if these guys are going to be watching collisions. There's
Here we
Muffinman
go.
in third. I thought I saw a break
I
there.
saw some breaks too.
And that was a 3D New York.
What is going on? We have a false start?
False start. All right. Which means
We have
we're
one
going to
warning.
get a reset.
Since it's the first night, we all
Yeah,
get
I
one
didn't
warning.
think you got ahead in racing just by slamming on your brakes.
I saw Phantom slam on the brakes in season 1 as part of his thing. So
You're right.
strategies.
False start.
False start, I think.
Basically how it works is, Susie, for those out there that don't know, is
Please,
that
explain.
in order to make sure that the race starts, proper, everyone must put their controllers up on the desk.
Right.
And then the referee counts it down, 3, 2, 1, go. As soon as you say go, you're
they
picking
go.
up your
Got it.
controller. Maybe someone 3, 2, go, but no.
It's possible. Trigger fingers, these gamers. Is like, oh, sorry.
Right. Now, what should also be noted is that it's understandable. These mistakes happen. Tonight, everyone gets a freebie. If it happens tomorrow or in any other regulation matches, that means the racer will be out and he'll be basically racing with one guy. So
And especially on overtime situations.
exactly. So they're ready to go. Let's do it. Send it right over to the game.
1 and go.
And here we go.
All right, and they're off. All right, we got some collisions off.
Oh,
the
yeah,
top.
we got Dallas avoiding that collision, and it looked like that New York member was able to regain composure there, but I do believe that Dallas still has the lead. It looked like Dallas actually made that turn really, really wide. And so we're going to have to catch up here with first place and see, but you can see Muffinman in the back watching this, and oh, wow.
Oh, here we
big,
go.
Big
Here we
collision.
go.
Oh, DarkStorm turned
360,
around.
and he is
Yes,
360.
and he's now in third place, and that could have completely changed. He gives one extra bump. Muffinman in second place. It's going to be Muffinman and ComeBackDan to try to finish this race. If ComeBackDan could come and stay on this in first, he'll win it for New York. If Muffinman can squeeze out, this is where it's going to. Oh no! Muffinman takes it right into the wall, and that could have given it right to 3D. ComeBackDan in first place. All he's got to do, and here it comes. He got it. My goodness, Swoozy.
Yes.
ComeBackDan wins it for 3D. Unbelievable.
Definitely. Dave Gaffon looks pretty happy right now.
Oh my gosh.
Forza, boy. That should answer some questions. Is FIFA going to work for 08? Is Forza going to work for 08?
I think the answer is yes.
I think we have our answers tonight. I mean, again, I don't want to sound biased or I don't want to sound like I'm playing favorites to anything, but it seems to work for me.
Unbelievable, Susie.
That was hot.
I mean,
that was hot.
I'm sorry, but that collision with the wall is going to be in Muffinman's brain for the rest of his life.
He just started 360 like boop. Not good. Not
the greatest way to start off the season, but they had a solid race in the first one. One lap's real tough.
Yes.
There's like not a whole lot of room for error.
Exactly.
So
they were reading the same teleprompter somewhere.
no, they're Let's send it on over to Cammy, who's with the winning team 3D in New York. Cammy?
Thanks, Sweet. I'm standing with ComeBackDan and DarkStorm, who had tied it up for 3D New York and also took the win with that final overtime round. I've got to ask you, ComeBackDan, what were you thinking with that last race? What was going through your mind?
In the last race was definitely a must-win. We needed to win by +3, and then we also had to win by overtime if we didn't get the 1-2 victory. We've been in the practice rooms pretty much 24/7 since we got here, and it really paid off for us today.
Well, that's awesome. You know what? This victory was just the best way to end this night. Congratulations to both of you. Congratulations to your entire team. And that's all I have on the floor. Back to you at the desk.
Thank you very, very much. We should take another look at this big scoreboard here, and then we will be speaking with General Manager of 3D New York, Dave Gaffon. But just pulling it out, a tie in the final game. There it is, 1 point awarded, 24-23. 3D New York had their work cut out, and look at that! After 2 great DOA wins from Master and Phoenix, it comes down to Forza. So
by the hair on their chinny chins. I mean, you see
done.
how it can come down to every single round, every single goal, every single bullet, every single turn. Perfect example right here.
All right, well, 24-23. Congratulations to 3D New York, and to come celebrate with us at the desk, we've got General Manager Dave Gaffon. Dave, welcome.
How's it going?
It's going great, man. How are you feeling right now?
I have to catch my breath.
Nail biter? It seems like you've already lost your voice. This is the first night, Dave.
It's only the first night. I was just thinking that.
What are you going to do about that? I want to first and foremost talk about your racing team. I am super impressed with not only how well they did in the training camp, but also how great they look tonight. I mean, ComeBackDan and DarkStorm both just look like they've been doing this for years.
You know, I got a couple of really world-class racers here, and I was fortunate enough to get them both in the Combine. And, you know, they're literally some of the hardest-working gamers. I know Dan, coming into this, was putting in 13, 14 hours a day at Forza. And you know what? They get what they deserve. You put in the work, you get the results, and they got to be the heroes tonight.
Let's talk just a little bit about your DOA squad, because you obviously came into the last game, a tie presented itself, and do you look back and go, how could we have gotten a few more points from, you know, any of the squads? But it seemed like DOA was the one where, you know, the points would have really helped. One round would have been all the difference.
You know what? I could speculate, but we have a full team. We win and lose as a team. One day, you know, maybe my DOA squad rises to the occasion, and, you know, we're here together. We're here to win as a team, and, you know, win or lose, there's no point in speculating on where we could scrape those points out.
That's a good answer.
So, fantastic answer, by the way. And let's just, where do you see 3D New York for this season? Like, what is your personal GM prediction?
You know what, Marcus? I can't look that far ahead because
baby steps.
One match at a time. I mean, we saw tonight how great these teams are, and I think looking that far ahead is a mistake by me.
All right. Dave, you've always been a good friend and a fantastic GM. Congratulations, buddy, and congratulations to 3D New York. Guys, 3 matches, 1, 2, 3, just knocked them down like they were bottles on a fence, and we had a 6-shooter. 3 rounds left, but maybe that wasn't loaded. Guys, we are going to have a lot more coming at you for the next 9 days on thecgs.com. It's going to be CGS, 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 all right here from EA. I want to thank Swoozy, my second in command here. I want to thank Cammy, our sideline reporter. And on behalf of the entire Championship Gaming Series online production team, thank you. Have a great night. Congratulations to 3D New York. They win in overtime, 24-23. We'll see you tomorrow for more 2008 North America regular season. Peace.